Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Please be seated.
Good afternoon, seniors, parents, friends, and family. On behalf of the North Carolina Leadership Academy Board of Trustees, I would like to welcome you to the 2021 commencement ceremonies of the North Carolina Leadership Academy. It is certainly nice to have greater numbers in attendance, and I think we can all agree it's a vast improvement to where we were at this time last year. That aside, seniors, I would like to be the first to congratulate you on completing 13 years of education that will conclude later today with a diploma. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, it has been our honor and pleasure to watch your growth and accomplishments over the past many years. This is our 5th graduating class here at the NCLA, and as board chairman, I've had the privilege of standing here for several years and watching our graduating classes grow not only in size, but in the number of accomplishments. The recognition, awards, and scholarships this class has received are numerous and broad-based. Seniors, what you have accomplished for a school our size is not typical. It is evident to me and the other trustees that all of you have something that what I call in my business grit. Grit is an individual's ability to work hard, persevere, and sometimes even grind through challenging circumstances. Every one of you has exhibited this ability over the last year and a half as you adapted to change, navigated online and hybrid studies, and accomplished your goal of graduating from the NCLA. In my opinion, seniors, what has made you and this school successful boils down to 3 things. 1, you are students who are committed to the learning process. 2, parents who support and take an active role in your educational experience. And 3, an outstanding group of teachers who excel in engaging and educating our students. If you have those 3 key ingredients, you can overcome any challenge, say for instance, even a global pandemic. So out of those 3 key ingredients, seniors, first I want to thank you for what you have contributed to our school. Whether you recognize it or not, your hard work and leadership has helped lay the groundwork for the NCLA for years to come. The analogy that one of my fellow board members used at our last meeting when discussing our goals in the years to come is that we're laying building blocks with every class. You have helped set the bar for the next class and establish traditions that will continue in the years to come. I also think we have an advantage being a K-12 school in that we have a culture that is very inclusive amongst the age levels. I would encourage you to please come back and visit, share your experiences as you move into your next phase of life. Those younger than you will notice this, and for many, it will provide something for them to strive for and a framework for their goal setting. Parents, I would also like to thank you for your involvement and commitment to the NCLA. Thank you for putting your trust in us to educate your child, and for many of you, your children. We are keenly aware that you have the choice to attend or not attend our school, and we continue to strive every day to make this one of the best educational institutions, not only in our area, but also the state. And finally, I want to recognize the third key ingredient to our success, our staff and administration. They are our front line, boots on the ground, the tip of the spear, if you will, sometimes both literally and figuratively. I'm extremely proud of the job they have done over the last year in extremely challenging circumstances. Their expertise and commitment to educating our students is exceptional, and I could give you numerous examples of how they all have gone above and beyond. Just as we challenge our students to become outstanding leaders, we also challenge our teachers to do the same. On behalf of the board and everyone here, I would like to thank staff and administration for all of your hard work. Congratulations, seniors, again, for all that you have accomplished. And again, welcome everyone, and I hope you enjoy the afternoon with us, celebrating the NCLA graduating class of 2021. Thank you.
Always knew this day would come. We'd be standing one by one with the future in our hands. So many dreams, so many plans. Always knew after all these years there'd be laughter, there'd be tears. Never thought I'd walk away with so much joy and so much pain. But it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know you. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph. Hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. Another chapter in the book. Can't go back, but you can look. And there we are on every page. Memories are always safe. Up ahead on the open doors. Who knows what we're heading towards? I wish you love, I wish you luck. For your world just opens up. But it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know ya. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph. Hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. Every day that we had, all the good, all the bad, I'll keep them here inside. All the times that we shared, every place, everywhere, you touched my life. Yeah, one day we'll look back, we'll smile and we'll laugh, but right now we'll just cry. Cause it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know ya. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph. Hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. I'll always remember
Very few students can say that they've achieved perfection, but today we have several students who have completed 4 years, and not of any high school, of our rigorous, super difficult, loving high school. They've had A's in all of their courses for 4 years in a row. The only thing that distinguishes them at all is the amount of standard courses, AP courses, or honors level courses that they chose to take. And today we would like to honor the top 2 students. At this time, will Winchin Lee come forward to be recognized as the NCLA Class of 2021 Salutatorian with a GPA of 4.6452. Parents, if you would like a picture, you can get in the aisle here, but stand, Winchin. Yeah, we're going to take your picture. Pull your mask down, pumpkin pie. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. The NCLA Class of 2021 Valedictorian with a GPA of 4.6515 is Annie Ellis.
Kyle Boughton. Kyle is the kind of student who doesn't always say a lot, but when he does, it's usually hysterical or pretty profound, especially for someone so young. He's a hard worker, kind of student who knows what he wants and does what needs to be done to achieve his goals. He's practical. He understands the importance of day-to-day skills, and he's the kind of person who will figure out how to complete a hands-on task instead of paying someone else to do it. His Mustang is a perfect example of that. I know who I will be taking my cars to in the future. In his time in band, he has been a good musician, but more importantly, he doesn't just talk, he performs. That speaks volumes and is a necessary asset. I'm very proud to have had Kyle as my student and one of my very first seniors, and we wish you the best as you study auto mechanical systems at Guilford Technical Community College. Allie Mattingly. Allie always has a smile on her face. She works hard, demands excellence of herself, and is always willing to lend a helping hand. In the time that I've taught Allie, I have seen how her passion for Girl Scouts and the lessons she's learned there have shaped her into the person she is today. And don't even get me started on how good of a cookie salesperson she is. I don't even know who I'm going to buy them from in the future. Allie's been a vocal leader for the band since I arrived, and that has been so important to the growth of our program. Like every other senior band student that is graduating, I'm forever thankful to Allie for taking a chance on a new director And I'm so proud and can't wait to see what you accomplish in the next stage of your life. And we wish you the best as you go on to study social work at North Carolina State University.
Juliana Chiquito. Juliana has been a consistent source of wisdom beyond her years in AP English Literature and Composition this year. She has what I could only describe as an old soul. AP courses are meant to be college-level courses, courses which I've taught a fair share of. Whenever Juliana broke the silence of our masked, socially distanced, and overly introspective classroom and dropped a truth bomb on us with either a thought-provoking question or a complete interpretive thought, I could swear that despite all appearances to the contrary, that I was back at a university in a symposium conference room listening to a seasoned scholar of literature unleash a never-before-discovered epiphany about even the most well-known and overworked text. If I could describe Juliana with only one word, it would be gravitas. Look it up. Juliana, we wish you the best as you pursue the study of musical technology at UNC Asheville. Congratulations. Keely Hargan. My favorite quote from perhaps one of the world's greatest philosophers, Groucho Marx, is, outside of a dog, a book is a man's best friend. Inside of a dog, it's too dark to read. When I think of Keely Hargan, I think of Groucho Marx. Two people who have brought an equal amount of humor, wisdom, and levity into my life just when I've needed it most. It has been without a doubt a tough year to be in the classroom for everyone involved. In fact, I don't think I heard students laugh until the second semester this year. And when I finally did, it was because of Keely cracking up a group of her AP Lit classmates with a relentless onslaught of one-liners and comedic observations, and then the laughter kept right on through the rest of the year. I, for one, would like to personally thank Keely for bringing back the laughter, and we wish you the best as you pursue the study of business at UNC Greensboro. Andrew Traylor. Drew Traylor is going on to study astrophysics at NC State University. Famed astrophysicist and director of the Hayden Planetarium in New York City, Neil deGrasse Tyson, once said, "The very nature of science is discoveries, and the best of those discoveries are the ones you don't expect." I will be honest. While working with Drew in the Senior Community Action Project course this year, I didn't know what to expect. He was full remote. It was my first year. We didn't actually physically meet. But he did the one thing that so many students struggled with while working virtually and remotely this year, and he surprised me. He read my feedback. He actually read my feedback. He took my suggestions and he made his project better. He recognized the shortcomings of what he had produced, and he worked tirelessly to make it right. Accountability is not a trait that I tend to overlook or take for granted, and it's clearly one that Drew possesses. We wish him the best of luck in his studies of life, the universe, and everything.
Noah Fowler. Noah Fowler reminds me of an astronaut. Now, Dave Wolfe is an astronaut with NASA. He describes his experience with his first spacewalk as one of extremes. Every 45 minutes, you plunge into absolute darkness on the night side of Earth, followed by the screaming light of the sun as they travel 5 miles per second through space. After working on the space station, the astronauts tried to re-enter the craft only to find that the door was jammed. Every minute, they knew that their small reserve of resources were being depleted and that they faced a terrifying reality. But astronauts know that they must work the problem to find the solution, however daunting. Dave Wolfe untied his tether, risked everything, and attempted a long-shot solution. Noah is also solutions-driven. He wrote his senior paper on how to fix our transportation and air pollution issues and plans on continuing his scientific studies in pharmacology. Choosing to move forward courageously is ultimately what got astronaut Dave Wolfe back to Earth. And I think it is also the path that will lead to Noah's success. Macy Greene. Macy Greene is a triple threat. Now, we celebrate Florence Nightingale's 201st birthday this year. She is famously known for her exploits as a nurse during the Crimean War. Researchers have recently begun to draw attention to her value as a statistician and her defiance of Victorian convention for women. Her first winter tending to wounded British soldiers culminated in 10 times more mortality from typhus, cholera, and dysentery than from battle wounds. She went over the heads of her superiors, ordered clothes and food for the wounded, and oversaw a sanitation commission that ultimately dropped the mortality rate from 43% to 2%. Like many students, Macy has the academic potential to be successful in medicine. But unlike many students, she balances this with approachability, empathy, and authenticity. Like Nightingale, I believe as Macy studies nursing, she will be a threat to disease. I think that she will also be a threat to the status quo for women. Further, I believe Macy will be a threat to apathy. While Nightingale is viewed as the lady of the lamp, Macy instead exudes positivity from her light within. Jackson Shaw. Jackson Shaw has a superpower. We live in a distracting and noisy world, from the deafening blasts of space shuttles to the incessant autoplay of YouTube videos. The universe wasn't always like that. Two physicists, Penzias and Wilson, pointed their giant satellites into the depths of space in the 1960s, and they listened, and they were annoyed. Everywhere they pointed their satellites to any point in space created a small noise, this hum. They tried everything to remove the sound, including famously scrubbing the inside of satellites to remove any evidence of bird droppings. Nevertheless, the sound persisted. What they were hearing was cosmic microwave background radiation, and for their efforts in listening and understanding, they were given the Nobel Prize. That hum the physicists heard turned out to be the sound of the aftershock of the creation of the universe. Jackson has a superhuman ability to listen, and he listens with intent focus. In a world where most people are determined to create their own noise and to dismiss the experience of others, it is the students with the ability to listen that can sidestep the mistakes made by others. Jackson naturally embodies this talent of observation, and I think this one facet will ultimately drive his success, not only as he studies chemistry, but also in life. Truth expresses itself all around, if only we are able to stop and to listen. Thank you.
Lily Davenport. I came across a thank you note from Lily in my desk drawer earlier this year while doing some spring cleaning. And if you can believe it, it was from 4 years ago, which means I really needed to clean my desk out. As I was reading it, I felt as though I never got the chance to say thank you, Lily. Thank you for being curious. Thank you for continuing the conversation. Thank you for asking questions. And thank you for always being kind. I've been inspired by your ability to overcome challenges and still retain your kind heart. And it is something about you that I, as well as others, will always remember and love. Stay curious and explore all your options as you look to find the path you were meant to be on and enter the working world. Gavin DeHart. I know I promised I wouldn't do this, but we learned a lot about Gavin on the senior camping trip. But what I learned about Gavin over the past 4 years insurmountably outweighs what I could have learned about him in just one day. He understands the importance of a laugh, the need for levity in the midst of seriousness, like when he stood on a chair and sang the entirety of Let It Go during class change. The importance of asking questions and the serious danger a dog may pose. But what I admire most about Gavin is that he's not afraid to be who he is. Thank you, Gavin, for every single time you brighten my day over the past 4 years. We will sincerely miss you as you head to UNC Charlotte to study electrical engineering. Olivia Haltom. A classic children's novel has been a tradition to read to seniors before they head out into the world. Oh, the places you will go, Olivia. You have an undeniable love of the world, a want to explore, and a golden, youthful spirit. One of the things I love most about you is your passion to discover, and discover you will. You have all the time to learn, explore, and find what ignites that spark of imagination. In the future, I want to hear all about your adventures throughout all of the corners of the world. See all you can, be all you can be, and most importantly, be happy. We wish you well as you head to Forsyth Technical Community College. Molly Lomax. It was difficult to write about Molly, not because there's too little, but because there's just far too much. Molly is sunshine, determination, spirit, happiness, drive, talent, intelligence, honor, empathy, curiosity, independence, a writer, a thinker, a lifelong learner, and a great young woman. Molly, you are all of these things and more if only I had time to say them. I am so proud of the woman you have become, and I am so grateful that you have reminded me why I began teaching, to teach students like you. From one teacher to a future teacher, you will do great things at Coastal Carolina University studying elementary education. I'm sorry. Megan Queen. I've had the privilege of being Megan's English teacher for 2 years, as well as her senior mentor. And there's one thing I can say from all the time that I have known Megan is that she is consistent, consistently great, consistently altruistic, consistently Megan Queen. She's a great student with a great attitude, a community supporter through her endeavors with volleyball, and she's just Megan Queen. Any teacher who hears that name smiles because they know how kind and driven she is. Megan will certainly miss you here at NCLA, but please know that you are going to do great things at Appalachian State University, continuing to serve your community by studying nursing.
Levi Antio. I think it actually took me 4 years to figure out how to say your last name. And I might still be wrong, I'm not sure. Driven. Levi is one of the most silently driven individuals I have ever had the pleasure to teach. He refuses to stay put in mediocrity, always expecting more from himself, always pushing higher levels. This is not without merit as he continually reaches those new milestones, whether it be on the baseball field or in the classroom or anywhere else in his life. I know that Levi will continue to drive himself forward, striving to meet new and more challenging goals along the way. And we wish Levi even more success as he continues his journey studying mechanical engineering at my alma mater at North Carolina State University. Taylor Joyce. Sweet-natured. I was sad not to see this wonderful young lady walk down the halls this year during the COVID-induced remote learning. Her sweet nature and kind smile have always been a welcome sight through her time here at the NCLA as I taught her in both earth science and chemistry. Taylor is one of those rare students that you never have to worry about because there isn't a mean bone in her body and treats everyone with empathy and kindness. This kind demeanor will play well as she continues her studies at Forsyth Technical Community College, studying to become a sweet-natured nurse. Winchin Lee. Original. There are a lot of words that could describe Winchin, but it all boils down to the fact that he provides a truly original experience to teach. Not only is Winchin brilliant in the classroom, but he's ridiculous, funny, and competitive. He has all the talents to succeed at the next level, including the humanity to drive all those qualities together. I have thoroughly enjoyed getting to sharpen his already razor-sharp wit and will miss getting to challenge him further in the classroom. He would be an incredible success no matter where he went, but he will wish him all the best as he takes his talents to the next level studying pre-med at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Rebecca Nordstrom. High flyer, pun intended. In case you don't know, Rebecca's name is actually Becca Pilot. At least that's what I've been told. Rebecca is a legitimate pilot, licensed and ready to continue that path moving forward. And the wonderful thing about Rebecca is that she flies high in all aspects of her life, not just physically on a plane. A true powerhouse in the classroom, she took several classes earlier than most students her age, and of course put them in her rearview mirror, or whatever planes have that look behind them. I will miss Rebecca's dry, sarcastic humor and random shenanigans as she continues studying aeronautical science at Guilford Technical Community College and Embry-Riddle University.
Emily Baker. I've had the pleasure of getting to know Emily a little bit more this year. I discovered her love for riding horses and that she is an accomplished rider and has won several championships and ribbons. I've heard it said that being in the presence of a horse, we are in the presence of immeasurable grace, beauty, and a spirit of freedom and strength. These are all the amazing qualities that I also see in Emily. She carries herself with grace and confidence, yet she remains humble. She always has a smile and a positive attitude. I look forward to hearing about all of the incredible things that you will accomplish. Just remember that when you experience hardships, as we all do in our life, take a lesson from riding. Dig your heels in, strengthen your core, put your shoulders back, and keep riding. And if you fall, just get right back up. May peace, health, success, and happiness accompany you as you pursue your studies in chemistry with a minor in Spanish at Appalachian State University. Michael Cespedes. Whether it be his trickery in the game of Jenga or leading his team to victory in trash-get-ball, Michael brings energy and magnetism to class and to those around him. When I think of Michael, I recall the famous quote of poet and civil rights activist Maya Angelou. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Michael makes others feel welcomed and included. He has an infectious smile and laughter. He is kind, respectful, and has an incredible sense of humor. Often it is a teacher that initiates a greeting in the hallway, but you always beat me to it, Michael. There has never been a day when you passed me in the hall without saying hello. I am truly going to miss you. It's been such a joy to know you and to teach you. We at the NCLA wish you health, safety, success, and joy as you embark on this new journey serving our country in the United States Navy. Sydney Leister. Sydney is talented, artistic, and creative. However, excellence is the word that to me best describes Sydney. No matter what she does, she always pursues excellence. I, of course, have seen this with her academics, but she vividly displays this in the atmosphere around her. She dispels all negativity. She advocates for equality and justice. She has a love for all people. She is unique, authentic, and true to herself, characteristics that are truly admirable. Sydney, I know you will be a world changer and a leader. It has been an honor to have you as a student, and I know that you have such a bright and colorful future. May this new phase of life bring you happiness and prosperity. All of us at the NCLA wish you success as you pursue your studies in psychology and business at Appalachian State University. Amber Matias. Faith is the bird that feels the light when the dawn is still dark. I saw this quote a while back, and I immediately thought of Amber. She is up before dawn, every day training via CrossFit to prepare herself for entrance into the National Guard. Like the quote, she has faith and is focused on the light of her future. Amber's integrity, dedication, and faith are inspiring, as I have had the privilege of witnessing these both inside and outside of the school walls as she interacts and volunteers, serving with members of her church and community. Amber, it was an honor to have you as a student, and I am so proud that you will be serving our country. Continue to shine your light onto others. With this new venture, may you reach new heights of success. We all at the NCLA wish you health, safety, prosperity, and happiness as you serve our country in the National Guard and pursue a degree in special education at Appalachian State University. Mercy Newnham. Spanish 4 students are assigned a project to write and present about their future. In the past, common themes were, I will be a millionaire, I'll be famous, I'll live in a mansion and drive a Lamborghini. Not Mercy. She expressed dreams of family and of travel, but what distinguished her project from others was that she expounded more about her desire to improve the world around her by becoming a detective and protecting children from internet crimes, advocating for animals and the environment, and being an active member of her community. The statement magnified the greatest to me was, my most important goal in life is to be happy with myself. With all of these as her life goals, she will be an impactful leader and she will improve the world around her. Mercy, it has been a privilege to have you as a student. May this new chapter of your life bring you peace, joy, and success. All of us at the NCLA wish you the very best as you pursue your degree in criminology at Appalachian State University.
Caroline Skye Rice. Caroline, it has been such a pleasure teaching you these past 2 years. Throughout all this craziness, I could always count on you. Sorry. To join every Zoom with a smile on your face. You are such an intelligent, hardworking, and kind person, and I know your future is bright. I will miss talking to you about BTS, your love for biology, and just making general conversation with you. I hope you'll keep in touch on your journey to greatness, and we wish you the best at East Carolina University as you study pre-medicine. I'm sorry. Alan Byers. Alan, I have really enjoyed teaching you during your time here at the NCLA. You have such a quiet and kind nature about you, and that carried through in the classroom. I could always count on you to help when needed and to always give me your best. With remote learning this year, I miss greeting you in the hallways and seeing you in my classroom during lunchtime, discussing your current show of choice or how things were going. I know you will do great things, and I look forward to seeing what your future holds. We wish you the best at GTCC.
Annie Ellis. Annie Ellis reminds me of my favorite character in literature, Anne Elliot, from Jane Austen's Persuasion. She is very caring for others, and as a result, she has so many friends. She allows herself to be persuaded by the advice of others, but in the end, she makes decisions and stands by them. She also has a great sense of humor, telling her classmates after my very hard AP US history class, I want to push myself off a cliff. And instead of party in the USA, party in the NCLA. Furthermore, I look up to Annie because she is a woman of action. She did not just write about homelessness for her senior paper. She went out and collected supplies for the homeless. She realizes love is not truly love until it is put into action. We will miss her, your NCLA family, as she goes to Liberty University for nursing. Sela Smith. The first thing I noticed about Sela was her long, lovely hair and kind smile. She's not just a pretty girl, though. This girl has willpower. Whatever she puts her mind to, she can do. I got to help assist Coach Hilliard with the volleyball team this year, and when you watch Sela on the volleyball team, there's not a position she cannot play. She can set, she can dig, and she can hit some intense kill shots. Let's just say I would not want to be a player on the other team. Sela, when you get out into the world and life seems hard, if the world makes you feel like you are worthless or unintelligent, they're lying. I hope you will return to your NCLA family because we will remind you of who you are. You are valuable, you are rare, you are amazing, and you are loved. We wish Sela all the best at NC State University as she studies chemical engineering. Kylie Tucker. Her name means beautiful, graceful, and having a sunny disposition. I never met someone whose name fits them so perfectly. Kylie is very friendly and a good-natured person. Kylie's kindness towards me has blessed me in ways I never expected. She, for the past 2 years, has gone out of her way to write me a Happy Mother's Day email. I do not yet have any children, so a young teenage girl going out of her way to send me an email for being her school mama has meant the world to me. She truly embodies one of my favorite quotes by Maya Angelou, which you heard earlier. I found that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. I will never forget you, Kylie, and we wish you all the best at BYU as you study nursing. Nicholas Williford. The two words that I believe describe Nick best are loyal and genuine. He is very loyal to his friends and his family. He even wears a necklace that says loyalty. In fact, Mr. Sparks enjoyed picking on Nick about his necklaces. It wasn't until my philosophy class that I really got to know Nick, and what a blessing that was. I learned so much about him. He's a military kid that's moved multiple times. His mom is from Trinidad and makes wonderful food. And one of his favorite artists is Chance the Rapper. Nick is an authentic young man and believes his purpose is to do good things for other people and bring them up. As Chance the Rapper says, some people are so poor, all they have is money. I am so happy to say that Nick is not poor. He has way more than money. His family, friends, and his NCLA family. We will miss him when he attends UNC Greensboro for marketing. Abby Workman. Abby brings joy wherever she goes. I was always so happy to see her entering my classroom, as she always thoughtfully asked how my day was going. Abby always reminds me of another great lady, Abigail Adams, because just like Miss Adams, Abby knows her own mind and is willing to speak up for what she believes is right. Abigail Adams wrote to her husband, Mr. Adams, to remember the ladies when forming the new government and to establish voting rights for women, for as she said, all men would be tyrants if they could. I have watched Abby Workman present some like-minded arguments and stand by them with good evidence. I've always thought she would be a good lawyer. Abby is also very hardworking and would help me during her study hall after finishing her Latin work. We would sit and talk, and she would help me organize files or help me make answer keys for student work. I will miss her greatly when she attends UNC Charlotte for nursing.
Brooke Bandy. I had the privilege of getting to know the very sweet, shy Brooke Bandy. It took a while, but I learned that Brooke is feisty, she's a fighter, and an overcomer. She's an amazing soccer player, a great student, and a loyal friend to many. We wish you the very best as you study exercise science at Appalachian State University. Mary D. Hart. Mary was one of the very first high school students that I got to know here at NCLA. If you know Mary, you know that she has a strong faith. And because of that faith, we bonded almost immediately. I had the honor of watching Mary be baptized and grow in her faith. We wish you the very best as you study elementary education at Western Carolina University. Go Cats. Mara Perkins. I have lots of stories that I could share with you about Mara, but my earliest and favorite memory is when I was coaching her during I think it was our first game together. I told her to hustle and get back on defense, and she quickly fired back at me. I have to pace myself. I replied by saying that she could pace herself beside me on the bench. That was the start of a very special relationship between Mara and myself. She's a passionate young lady and works hard for what she wants, and you do not want to get in her way. We wish you the best as you study veterinary medicine at NC State University. Emily Brim. One of the nicest kids you will ever meet is the best way to describe Emily. Emily loves to win and strives to do her best in all areas of her life. She excels in academics and works hard to do exactly what is asked of her on the athletic field. She's been an absolute joy to coach, and I'm so grateful to have been a part of her life. Our times at Dario's will be greatly missed. We wish you the best as you study biomedical engineering at North Carolina State University.
Madison Grace Jennings. I had the pleasure of teaching Madison in 10th grade in the leadership class and having her cheer for our basketball team as a member of the cheering squad. I think we had some great memories with both teams as well as the cheerleading squad as we were cramming ourselves on the bus on away games. Madison always has been an active participant in my classroom, had strong convictions and beliefs, and was a hard worker. I've seen her take responsibility and exemplify leadership and has demonstrated a maturity beyond her years. Madison, your mom would be very proud of the young woman that you have become. We wish you the best as you study marine biology at UNC Wilmington. Noah Ethan Richardson. I've had the privilege also of teaching Noah in leadership class as a sophomore, and he played for me on the Falcon basketball team for 3 years. Noah's passionate, hardworking person that gives you everything he has. He is a bulldog tenacity. Once he locks into something, he's going to get it done. He's not a quitter. His parents taught him very well the importance of loyalty and creating a family atmosphere, and he's implemented those values on our team and in our school. The NCLA hasn't just left a mark on Noah, but Noah has shown to leave his mark of significance on NCLA. He will be forever known for bringing the boombox karaoke machine on the buses and on the field to create an energy and needed for competition. The only problem is we need some better singers. We wish you the best as you study automotive tech at Guilford Tech Community College.
Emma Moser. I read once that the greatest prison that people live in is the fear of what other people think. Emma doesn't live in that place. It's not that she doesn't care, but rather that she's confident in what she does and doesn't need to go along with a crowd. This characteristic has led her to being a hard worker inside and outside of the school. She knows what she wants and knows how to get it and doesn't get distracted by outside noise. This drive and determination will serve her well as she pursues a degree in construction management at East Carolina University. Christine Parker. I'm so glad I get to introduce Christine. She's one of the most positive students that I've ever taught, and one of the only people whose smile can be seen through her mask. In class, she laughed at my jokes even when they weren't funny, because that was the polite thing to do. That smile and positive attitude is contagious, because she always has kind, encouraging words to say to others. For Teacher Appreciation Week, she gave me a card, and she wrote in it, "Never lose your happy spirit. You make so many people smile." Today, I make that same request of you as you move on to study business at Appalachian State University. Carter Redding. Carter was in 2 of my classes this year, so we got to talk about a lot of different topics. And in philosophy, our discussions were all over the place. And while we didn't always have the same opinion, Carter has a way of being able to respectfully disagree while not backing down from his beliefs. I'm also amazed at what this young man can build. When he would show me pictures of some of his construction projects, I was always impressed. And I wasn't joking when I told you that one day I'll be calling on you to fix something for me. I just hope that I can afford him after he completes his studies in construction management at GTCC. Derek Shaw. At the beginning of the school year, I called Derek and I told him that I was his teacher advisor for this year and that our goal was to get to graduation. And Derek, here we are. Congratulations. Even though most of the year he was full remote, I got to know him in American history as a junior. His easygoing, laid-back personality makes him easy to talk to and makes him fun to be around. Beneath that calm, cool exterior is an intelligent, funny, kind person, and these characteristics will serve him well as he continues his education in computer science at Forsyth Technical Community College. Emma Wolfe. I got to know Emma during her junior year in my American history class, but it took a while to get to know her because she's a quiet and seemingly shy person. I'd previously taught her younger brother, so I knew she came from a great family and she would open up eventually. As the year went on, I got to see the friendly, kind-hearted person that she is. I realized that it wasn't that she was shy, but rather patient, empathetic, and a wise person from being a quiet observer instead of a loud speaker. It's that humility and thirst for knowledge that will take her far as she goes on to study criminal justice at Elon University.
Seniors, this year it's been a wild ride and not like a fun amusement park type. I know at times it's been tough, sometimes maybe even unbearable it seemed. But you persevered, you made it. These experiences of hardship will give you strength and confidence to face the next obstacles in your path. If you remain positive, these experiences can change you into more mature, more resilient young people. What I hope you learn from 2021 is that kindness and compassion will carry you far in life, that putting others before ourselves dictates your character, and that change, even though we don't want it always, is inevitable. The only thing you have control over much of the time is how you respond to those changes. So as you move to the next phase of your lives and you leave high school, may you use these lessons that you've learned this year and all of your years at the NCLA to make the world a better place for you and those around you. May you be compassionate and caring of others, and may your character reflect the adults you want to become. We wish you and every one of you the very best, and we will miss you. Seniors, please rise. By the power vested in me by the state of North Carolina, I now pronounce you graduates of the North Carolina Leadership Academy. You may turn your tassels. Woohoo! So was that your senior prank? Is that what that was? Because we went through all of this yesterday. Okay, that's fine. We'll let that be your senior prank. That's fine. Nothing I can do to you now, right? Okay. So we all agree. Well, we need to get the hats probably, but marshals, take your places. Wait.
Iron Man. For Spider-Man because he can climb. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Supergirl because she flies. Wonder Woman.
My favorite superhero is definitely Batman. Because, I mean, have you seen that man's car?
I'm going to say Batman.
Batgirl.
My mom, she has had the biggest impact on my life. She has been there to push me even whenever I didn't want to keep going and whenever I was the most unmotivated. She has always had my back and always had the right things to say, always giving me advice, telling me what is okay and what's not.
My mom, because she is just always there for me and I know I can always count on her.
I would say both my mom and dad are able to work full-time jobs as well as take care of me for the last 18 years. So I know that probably hadn't been easy for them.
Well, both of my parents, they're always encouraging, and I know that they always have my back. They support me no matter what.
My mom, because I feel like she just pushes me to be the best person that I can be.
My mom, because she always goes out of her way to help us out.
My dad, because without him I wouldn't be where I am today. He helps me get through everything. He's taught me stuff that I didn't know how to do, so I'm thankful for that.
My mom is like my best friend, and my dad is always going to protect me, and he loves me.
Both my parents are very important to me because they're both very, very hardworking people, and they are very determined and they never give up, no matter when things get hard.
My mom, because she rose me up in a good environment, and my pops always instilled good values in me.
My dad, because he works really hard and he always provides for our family with generous kindness, and he's just awesome.
My mom, she has always shown me unconditional love and support in everything I do, and is always behind me even if something I'm doing seems kind of crazy.
My parents really shaped who I am. I just am thankful for them, and they're like my best friends, and I feel like I can come to them and they'll
just be able to talk to me and give me great advice. So I'm really thankful.
Both my parents have really done a lot for me over the years and supported my dreams, and I appreciate it.
All right, that's a wrap. I'd like to thank everybody for being here today. I'd like to thank all my sponsorships for getting me through this great and awesome victory. Great time to be up here on the podium. Never felt better, especially on the top box. I'd like to thank all my sponsors. I'd like to go through Mountain Dew, Cheerwine, everybody that's helped me get here. The good Lord, my mom, my dad, my best friend Cal. I couldn't do it without him. I got to give it up for Thor, my trainer Garrett Swanepoel, and everybody that helped me get here. Thanks to my team, everyone that had me running up top tonight. It felt great, and I can't wait to be up here again. Peace.